So some further work on the subject of meaning and more with this ontological description of cognition. An addition to the start of the last videos is again to be explicit about the memory structure and how it's added. So the memory structure, I think was mentioned, was that basically the subject, predicate, and object. And here's an example. Cat has tail, cat has 4 legs, cat hunts mice. And basically the information is added chronologically as it's received by the agent. And this chronological sequence gives then the context that was described. So further discussion or ideas that have occurred in the meantime was one on similarity. The expression similarity means that the information in a certain context can be transferred. So if you say B is similar to A, then the context information that's in the memory of A can be just copied to B. This is a way of speedily disseminating information in the memory of the agent. The next subject is about knowledge satisfaction. And this is also perhaps an explanation of how one's satisfied by new information. At some point also no further satisfaction occurs. So you can imagine on the left-hand side a description of the environment, also in our memory structure as before. But this is the true environment description. This has all the true descriptions of the environment. And on the right hand is the agent environment description, which is less than the environment in complexity and content. And as long as the agent description doesn't adequately cover the true description of the environment, it's interesting for the agent. Obviously, the question is what is adequate, but probably this is a matter of what use or utility one has of the information. When it's adequate for the use and survival of the agent, then it no longer needs or is interested in further gathering information about the environment. Another subject is about, let's say, non-textual information that we discussed also the subject of imitation, that this is often what should be imitated is indicated through background music or the tone of voice or expression of someone, if it's good or should be imitated. But also domination is also indicated in non-textual way. The tone of voice, the grammar used, you can say that's also textual information, but it has a keyed or coded information about complex grammar indicates higher intelligence, perhaps, and is used to determine domination. When an agent experiences that another agent opposite is more dominant through deeper voice or grammar use, what does this cause? And this is also quite interesting, I thought. So we listed sort of the functions of an agent, that it answers questions, poses questions, gives commands, takes commands, reacts, draws attention to itself, and imitates. And one sees then, as soon as this role between the two agents is clear, that one is dominant and the other is subservient, then the dominant poses only questions, only gives commands. It also performs reactions, but also makes more attention of itself. And it's almost opposite actions that are performed by the subservient agent. It just answers questions, but doesn't pose any questions. It doesn't give any commands, but takes commands. It also reacts, I would say, in all cases, but doesn't draw attention to itself and is more prone to imitation. So there's a further information or also ideas that have developed in the meantime on meaning and more and a cognitive system using ontological descriptions with subject, predicate, object. So go a bit further.